First night. This was great. I felt like I was there experiencing this first night for her being a vampire with her because of the close ups and the cool effects you used with, the black and white being included, with the sound effects and the visual effects that you used to help us feel like she was experiencing this torture of the need of killing and needing the blood. And the white dress was interesting to me because I felt like there was never any blood on it, and I'm not sure that that would be the case, but I don't know if that was a choice, and how her innocence, the way she looked innocent, and then having to kill this woman to feed herself, and the torture of that, I thought was all done very well, and the acting was good. And it was just like horrifying feeling her having to suffer through this and turn into this, monster sort of. And the Bible quote in the opening was good, and just all the way around good in the use of music and the sound. The sound design was good, and the direction, and both of the actors, actually all three, the guy coming in and then leaving, I thought was all really well done. So, well, and the woman also, how can I forget her being about to be killed? I liked her realization too of that. And it was so subtle because there was really no, I'm about to kill you right now. She could just see it in this girl's eyes that this was going to have to happen. So, all the way around, great casting and performances, and well done. So, good job.
The first night. Oh man, this was so good. I mean, the production quality, the cinematography, the performances, they are great. This feels like a kind of a Robert Eggers meets Ingmar Bergman film, because the close-ups to the faces, to the hands, the whole symbolism of this other world this main girl falls into, and the conversations, the interaction he has with the vampire, and the final twist when she must eat this other woman. It's deep, and it's creepy, and it's very well executed, because the cinematography, again, that black and white cinematography was gorgeous to look at. And yeah, I mean, this is a film that gets your attention right from the opening. You don't know what's happening. The story reveals itself little by little, which is good, because it's never too obvious, and you don't know what's going to happen in the end. And the final reveal, it's very powerful. So yeah, I love this one very much. The performances, I mean, especially from the main girl and the vampire, they were excellent, very convincing. They look completely professional, and I would love to watch more of their works and more of these filmmakers' work, because it's truly great. So well done.
I like the old-timey feeling of this, where it really was trying to give the feeling of this a period piece, and it's all in a church, which gave it a little bit of a slow burn to figure out it's a vampire piece. You knew something had happened because of the mark on her face and the fact that she woke up confused. Whether this was her funeral or something else going on, you weren't really sure what. You just knew something bad had happened. And this was clearly shot in a very historic church. Like an old-timey historic church with, and you could tell that, I mean, the chairs were modern, but you could tell this was a historic church. It's very old-timey. but you knew something had happened. And this is the first day she's a vampire, the first night. She's disoriented. Why she's in a church, I don't know. So that's what made me think maybe it's a funeral. It's the night she woke up and it's about to be her funeral. She's still confused. It's just she's there, and it's not often where you see it from the vampire's perspective, where they're disoriented and off, and that there's still a part of their morality inside them, where there's that inner struggle saying, I don't want to do it, but I also don't want to suffer for the rest of eternity. There's that morality, that inner struggle still inside of them. The fact that it started with a scripture kind of makes sense that it's in a church. So it has that little slow building story where we're just as confused as the protagonists, which I think is a great story arc.
This film is called The First Night. This was a fabulous horror short. I love that it was shot in black and white. It gave it a macabre, eerie feel, like the old-time horror films. Fabulous cinematography, notably the extreme close-ups and glitchy shots. The opening quote really set the tone of the piece. The acting was great, so dramatic and perfect for this. Excellent church location. The film's soundtrack and sound design were ominous and suitable. I want to see more of this one in a feature. Great job. The First Night. Check it out.